In Bahanna Highlands, in order to recruit Ravnus, Yunin must talk here. Dragoon and Archer. Even though you have recruited Yunin, if you don't bring him into this battle, I've tested it personally, if you don't bring in Yunin and he doesn't have dialogue, you cannot get Ravnus. Go ahead and bring him in.
Wish they'd sent us to fight at Psonji. Beats a supply run to Brigantis at any rate. And now it snows. Bad to worse, eh? Who's there?
Galgastani outriders. More swift than I expected.
Wallister? In these God-forgotten lands? They must have crossed the Brigania Flats.
Troops on their way to resupply Brigantis by the look. They must not know the castle has already fallen.
Now, I have seen guides online that say that in order to get the dialogue to happen, you need Robbervol to fall down a certain health threshold. I have no idea if that's how it was in other games. Even if he's at full health, if you start knocking out his soldiers, he will have that dialogue. It has nothing to do with his health. I have tested damaging him, makes no difference. So I'll go and just do it this way. Even though we'll lose the charm guy, it will take care of the cleric.
The roads to Ashton are shut off, and we'd have heard if Ashton had fallen. Could this rabble have taken Brigantis? Impossible! Sir Hector would never surrender the castle.
Balbatos has not taken notice of us. A rare stroke of luck.
I'm trying to put him on Defender to see if he's better about it.
That news of the castle's fall has not reached them is Sir Hector's doing, Denham.
Sir Hector? Why?
He has no love for Balbatos. But you know Sir Hector. Loyal to a fault. He and his father both. They would never oppose Balbatos openly. When you arrived at Brigantis, he understood your true purpose. He and his father set in motion a plan to ease your way.
What plan?
The reason I set Denham to Stalwart Defender is I'm trying to see if this causes cases of friendly fire incidences to drop. In the previous battle, Denham, just in order to hit one enemy, decided to fry both Donato and the enemy with Thunderfire, my summon spell. He didn't actually turn to ash, but still, you can imagine how much damage Donathal suffered as a result of that spell.
Sir Hector and Sir Briam made certain word of your approach would not reach Coritinae. They even ordered the garrison's forces divided, else your siege of Brigantis would never have succeeded. House Didaro values loyalty and honor above all else, so none doubted their intentions.
Why not join our cause outright?
For one thing, they did not know if you were a worthy ally or just another would-be duke. For another, they hold their honor too dear. They could not openly betray their lord.
Sir Hector let us take the castle.
Aye, and his life. I am sure that by now, his father, Sir Briam, joins him.
What?
And with that, we have exhausted Yunan's dialogue.
Never should have come to this blasted place.
Balbatos must fall, or they died for nothing.
That ninja does have a Warren report. Let us take a look at what tragic backstory he has. Quartermaster Roboval, a Galgastani who served his clan in battle, hails from a family of farmers in the small village of Coritinae region where he lived together with his parents, grandparents, and 6 sisters. As a Galgastani, he revered Heirophant Balbatos, who was eager to join the army. His parents were staunchly opposed, for he was their only male child. Still, on the day he left, his mother presented him with a fine jacket of tawny brown that his father had bought for him, so he might not be ashamed of his low station. Many were the youths like Hamlad who joined the Galgastani host out of an abundance of patriotism, a clearer sign than any of the Heirophant's influence. While delivering supplies to Brigantis Castle, he encountered the resistance on the Bahanna Highlands and died in battle, having never learned of Brigantis' castle fall to Sir Hector and his father's stratagem. Sir Hector. Unhappy at how the Hierophant's despotism had transformed the land he loved, he and his father Briam plotted to allow the resistance to put an end to Balbatos. Yeah, I know that they could use any word, scheme, plotted, planned, but realistically that was a plot to get so many people killed. Hector kept reports of the resistance's advance from reaching Coritinae and laid down his life, allowing the resistance to take Brigantis Castle. The tragedy of Sir Hector and his father would be sung in tales for years to come, making him a famed hero loved far and wide, an example of the truest knight. So maybe it's just me. Maybe I just am the one who doesn't get it. Briam was pained by what his homeland had become under Heirophant Balbatos. Hearing that the Wallace of Resistance was on the march, he freed the enemies of Balbatos and imprisoned Brigantis Castle. Remaining loyal to the crown to the end, he took his own life for failing to prevent the fall of Brigantis.
What is it, 2 days since we last heard from Brigantis?
2 at least. It's not like Sir Hector.
Perhaps the weather turns foul. Brigania Flats is often beset with storms this time of year, no?
True enough. But if snows had blocked the roads, I expect the company we sent to resupply Brigantis would have turned back by now.
When did you find time to sharpen that dull wit of yours?
Dull or not, I'm right, most like. If the High Commander finds out aught is amiss, it's your neck, not mine.
I'll worry about my neck. You worry about yours. And pray address me properly as Jacurian.
Jacurian, a party approaches!
Friend or foe?
Can't say, but they're not from Brigantis.
A Galgastani patrol. We can't let them alert Coritinae. To battle!
They can identify us as not being from Brigantis, but they can't identify if we're friend or foe? I'm not sure how that one works. This is Vance. We fought him before in a Chaos playthrough, where he was attacking Aerosol. The Dragon and the Hydra here are a third party. They're not part of the Galgastani army. However, you may still want to exercise them for the bonus objective. As you can see, they are not really interested in attacking us. And our characters are not interested in attacking them. However, this uneasy alliance can end the moment someone gets friendly fired. Remember that you can recruit zombies just by recruiting them as if they weren't a zombie. So you would use a regular beast tamer here with the tame option to recruit dragons. Hydra's count as a dragon. And you can have your very own zombie dragons.
Here? So these Wallister dogs are the reason Brigantis has fallen silent. Their heads will make fine gifts for Sir Xaebos.
Good hustle, Zaban. It's good to know that you're doing the father's work over there.
When our armies return from Psonji, your time will come.
Coritinae isn't far now. We must press on.
We didn't exorcise an enemy. Don't know why we get that. But okay. While on the defensive at the Reisan Way, he encountered Denim en route to Coritinae and braved an attack, but was defeated.
So it's done. The Wallister are broken.
They are, my lord. Sir Xaebos does not disappoint.
Indeed not. Now all that remain are Brantin and the Dark Knights. Still, even with Armorica, defeating them will be no small task.
My lords! The Wallister! They're here!
Calm yourself. You speak in tongues, soldier.
They lay siege to the castle.
How many are there?
I don't know. Sir, what do we do?
Meet them with every man who can hold a sword.
Yes, sir.
The remnants of their army couldn't have broken through our lines. Unless... Psonji was a diversion.
This battle does have a slot limit of 10. The next one will have a slot limit of 12. The one you should be looking for bonus objectives on this map is a Cataract Orb. Here's another one that will give you Silver Obereth. It's worth a little more to me than experience, but the Cataract Orb is where it's at.
I am Denim Pavel. Hear me, Leandar Balbatos. Open the gates of Coritinae and surrender. Kneel without a fight, and I will ensure you a fair reckoning. Resist us, and we will release heaven's judgment upon you for your crimes.
What hole did they crawl from? Listen up, boys. We only need hold these walls until our main host returns. Let not one of them into the keep!
Not a bad opening. This is my second take. The first take, it didn't go that badly. What happened was Bloom ran off on her own to the north to deal with those Dragoons by herself, which was fine. But the enemy leader was taken down before he finished all of his dialogue.
Listen well, interlopers. The Wallister host was routed in the field. You're fighting for a lost cause.
So they weren't able to hold in Psonji. Unfortunate, but our course remains the same. We've a keep to take.
Almost nice. Too bad you can't turn almost anybody you want into a songstress, but it's a very powerful class.
Make your peace with the Father now, for when Sir Xaebos returns with his legions, you will die.
Sounds like another way to say you're doomed unless your friends come to save you.
Wishful thoughts, cur!
It is a long way for word to travel to Psonji, and as long for your legions to return.
Closing in on you, nowhere to run. So I'm not sure if we got all of his dialogue yet, so let's finish off the rest of his troops.
So close. You're...
And we got the Cataract Orb. He held Coritinae Keep while the battle with the Walliser resistance raged at Psonji. Yet even as his forces celebrated their victory there against the Walliser, he was taken by surprise when the resistance attacked from the rear and fell to Denham. Knight and Archer. We have increased our slot size to 12 in this battle. Let's go ahead and add in Azelstan and Pixie. And there's no bloom here, so we don't have to cancel anything.
A crafty ploy, Denham of Goliath. But this keep still stands. And by the might of Galgastan, she will not fall.
She does not have cards, so she's not going to be as terrible as Hector to fight. However, we do have a lot of dialogue to get through with Junin. Actually, what happens if I... Let's put you on Ardent Mender, and maybe you'll stay out of battle. No, of course not. Of course not. Also, I noticed that the Lord Denham cannot equip a Claudia. Oh, come on, you could have totally fried way more people. Look how clustered they are. You know what? I will go and take control back, because your Ardent Mending is not mending. That looks like it's clear friendly, so let's go ahead and hit him. That should probably be enough people down for the dialogue to begin and end. Of course, we've got to have her survive all those turns first. So I will probably have to make other AI stop attacking at some point.
Yunin! What are you doing with those Wallister blackguards?
Daisy, how many seasons have passed since we last met?
If you are here, then Brigantis has fallen. And the traitors to the Heirophant conspire with the Wallister.
True enough, though I mislike your choice of words. We are not criminals, but brothers in arms, seeking not more conflict, but peace.
Here, let's go ahead and extract all our forces.
You do not know the past of this man you call your ally, Denim of Goliath. His sword is wet with the blood of innocents, and his boots dark with the ashes of their village.
It is true. I have no desire to deny what I have done. Nor do I deny that it was a terrible mistake, a weighty sin upon my soul. All those who lent aid to Balbatos's blood war were ogres, ogres in men's flesh.
You blame His Eminence? It was you upon the field of battle. You who mistook friend for foe.
You speak as though your own hands were not stained dark with the blood of innocents.
Innocence? Do not brand me with your iron, traitor. I fought only the enemies of this kingdom, gnawing vermin like you, who place the blame for their own sins upon our Lord.
think there should be just one more dialogue.
True. Killing the Heirophant now would do little to absolve my guilt. I was a man changed then. Those villagers, something dark inside me moved my hand to cut short their cries for mercy. I believed in my black heart that I did my duty for Galgastan, that I served my people even as I slew them. But what did I serve other than death? I watched as the light faded from the eyes of our people and fear grew in their hearts. I watched as the beauty that was Galgastan perished.
Foolishness! You would have us return to the years of Dorgalawa's rule. Is that it? When the Bakram and Wallister dined at the king's table, while the Galgastani were left to forage for scraps. You would throw away all we built this kingdom for. Where is the beauty in that, I ask you?
You decry the injustices of Dorgalawa while you wish them upon the Wallister? You would strip them and your own clansmen of their freedom. The Hierophant's justice has failed and his people abandon him. Surely you see it, Daisy. You cannot build a castle upon shifting sands.
As you wish, you. We will let the battle decide who has the right of it.
That's the last of the dialogue. Now let's put an end to this.
Glory to Galgastan.
What if Gatialo survived Tenemeth Hill?
So it's done. The Wallister are broken.
Just so. So Xaebos does not disappoint.
Indeed not. Now all that remain are Brantin and the Dark Knights. Still, even with Armorica, defeating them will be no small task.
My lords! The Wallister! They're here!
Here? What are you talking about?
They lay siege to the castle.
How many are there?
I don't know, sir. What do we do?
Meet them with every man who can hold a sword.
Yes, sir.
The remnants of their army couldn't have broken through our lines. Unless Psonji was a diversion.
I know you. Bless my mending wounds for keeping me here and granting me this chance to face you again. Have no fear, boy. I'll show you all the mercy you showed our Archaeotros.
If Gatialo left the battle in Tenement Hill, the dialogue between Yunin and the commander are slightly different.
Well met, Gatialo. I've awaited this day too long.
Yunin Aperitif. I see you harbor traitors in your ranks, boy. Unfortunate for you that your newfound ally is craven to the bone.
You call me craven, when you cannot face your own deeds in Vask.
My deeds? My deeds? 'Twas you who did the killing there that day, Aperitif.
Unlike Apollinaire, Gatialo will have a full deck of cards here.
Hearken well, Denim of Goliath. Know the true nature of your comrade in arms. His sword is wet with the blood of innocents, and his boots dark with the ashes of their village.
Who sent us there under orders to scour the streets? Who told us that village was a traitor's nest?
I may have sent you there, but I did not blind you to the truth of what you found. Why not question your duty when no resistance was offered? Blame me all you wish. It will not remove the stains from your blade.
True. Killing you now will do little to absolve my guilt. I was a man changed then. Those villagers, an ogre inside me moved my hand to cut short their cries for mercy. I believed in my black heart that I did my duty for Galgastan, that I served my people even as I slew them. But what did I serve, other than death? I watched as the light faded from the eyes of our people and fear grew in their hearts. I watched as the beauty that was Galgastan perished.
What a simpering fool you've become! Shedding a tear for beauty? Fear is a weapon to be wielded. We are strong. We bloody our hands with the toils of victory. There is no shame in triumph. And the weak? It is our right to trample the weak, and their duty to be trampled.
I knew you were too venomous a creature to let live. You are the thorn that keeps war's wounds fresh.
Enough talk. Let's see what you and your whimpering blade can do.
Let's see how much of a fight he puts up against people who aren't denim powered.
To meet death at the hands of these Wallister swine. Forgive me. No.
Our forces have taken the keep. It is over.
No closer, Wallister. I'll never kneel to the likes of you.
You have no choice.
Foulest of days. We won in Psonji. We won! I said stay back, insolent cretins!
Your keep is taken and your men are slain, Balbatos. Yield!
You were wrong, Wallister. I do have a choice.
He's dead. I wonder how Vyce has fared.
Where is Denim? Speak!
How should I know? Run off somewhere, I'd wager.
You expect me to believe the hero of the Wallister turned tail and fled? Tell me what you're scheming, or I'll quiet you for good.
Sir, the Wallister, they've taken Coritinae.
What? How is that possible?
A force crossed the Brigania Flats and assaulted the keep from her flank.
Madness. What of the Heirophant? Surely he's not...
Slain, sir. The dogs showed no mercy.
The Heirophant? Slain?
He did it! He really did it!
You vile, scheming creature! How stand our ranks?
Sir, we have roughly 4 companies remain, sir.
Godspeed. We've lost more than I thought. Send Brutakos and Mansa to Coritinae. We will march on Almorica.
At once, sir.
That demon of Goliath will pay for this.
New title earned, the Conqueror. The Conqueror took Coritinae Keep and brought Heirophant Balbatos to justice. Within a few months, he crushed the Wallister forces and captured their leader, Duke Ranway. Even fellow Galgastani voiced concern at his high-handed policies, and some even rose against him. This internal strife paved the way for the Wallister resistance to invade Galgastan. The beleaguered Heirophant took his own life, when the resistance assailed Coritinae Keep. Xaebos was charged with leading an offensive against the resistance at Psonji. Following the battle, he learned that Coritinae Keep had fallen and the Heirophant was no more. He has now recaptured Armorica Castle and continues to fight back. Daisy Apollinaire, a Galgastani who served her clan in battle, as Apollinaire is a noble family related to former Lord of Coritinae, Count Orlando. For generations, they have held seats in the House of Nobles, wielding great power throughout the region. Daisy Apollinaire, youngest daughter of the current family head, favored warfare over politics, eventually attaining the rank of commander. Galgastani commanders are charged with leading several legions of men and are second in rank only to high commanders. Daisy was well suited to the role, demonstrating decisive leadership and superlative combat skills. She died attempting to fend off Denham's assault on Coritinae Keep. In the next episode, we'll read the talk article, recruit Ravnus, and continue on with the story. Thank you very much for watching Tran Wins Tactics of the Reborn. I'll see you next time.